I'm reporting today from the Hamilton Spectator, where the 7th annual media camp is taking place right behind me in the auditorium. It is hosted by Jane Allison from the Hamilton Spectator and Jay Robb from Mohawk College. The media camp is a host to approximately 44 attendees from different NGOs, mostly from across Hamilton. The media camp is created to help NGOs create a strong working relationship with the Spectator. On the first day, speakers such as Jane and Jay guided the attendees on how to create a newsworthy pitch.
I think the skills you learn are one thing, but the accomplishment that you feel and the relationships that you can begin coming out of a media relations summer camp, I think, are the biggest benefits of all.
Later in the day, partner and creative director of Kitestring, Chris Farias, guided attendees on how to use social media. NGOs later divided into groups, with camp counselors such as our very own Sherry Musavi, Margaret Lintott, and Alyssa Lay. Today, Lee Prokaska Curtis guided NGOs on how to write and submit op-eds and letters. The attendees were then able to submit their story pitch using their poster child to a panel of Hamilton Spectator's very own editors and reporters.
The pitch for the story was actually my story. I grew up in a rough situation. I lived with a single mom, and she was addicted to drugs and alcohol, and we lived in a car and in welfare projects. And then growing up throughout my teenage years, I sort of struggled with my own little dabblings in addiction, and then I started doing stand-up comedy and sharing my story with people, and I found confidence in that. And then I went through this whole transformational thing, and I started doing yoga and meditating and went vegan, and then I've been sober for the last year, and my comedy's gone really positive, and I'm using it to inspire people. And then by just chance, I was talking to one of my friends, and they're like, "Have you ever heard of Live Different?" And I was like, "No." So I got connected with them, and in September I'm going to go on an 8-month tour talking to the youth.
Editors on the panel, such as Howard Elliott, gives insight on how he judges pitches presented by NGOs.
I'm also looking for people to recognize when they've got news. You know, when we got somebody saying it's first in Canada, first in Ontario, first in Hamilton, they need to be able to put that stuff out there. And respect the fact that newspaper people are really busy, and these folks that we're talking today get hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of pitches all the time. They have to make tough decisions, and so you really have to work hard to say, everybody thinks they have a worthy pitch, and they probably do. Is it more worthy or less worthy than the other 150 that came in? That's something that you got to work on.
Kurt Muller and Linda Rourke then hosted the hands-on camera interview workshop.
Great turnout from the newsroom upstairs at the Spec coming down and letting us know from a reporters and editors' perspective what it's like to get sober. So that's been phenomenal. Best turnout, I think, from both ends, from upstairs and editorial and then from the community.
According to Jane, it's been a successful event here at Hamilton Spectator, and they're looking forward to future events. And the NGOs hopefully took something out of it as well, and hope to see some pitches out in the newspaper here at the Hamilton Spectator. I'm Dalia Ashry, the Hamilton Media Guild.